British American Tobacco is set to shut down its only manufacturing plant in SA. The company says illegal cigarettes now make up about 75% of the local market, making local production unsustainable. BAT has told local authorities its Heidelberg facility will be mothballed by the end of the year after operating at just 35% capacity. That plant is the group's 8th largest factory and employs at least 1,500 people. BAT says it will import cigarettes to supply the local market while retaining its JSE listing. Richemont kept up strong momentum in the third quarter, buoyed by robust festive season demand. The luxury goods group has posted an 11% rise in sales at constant exchange rates and 4% at actual rates, driven by continued demand for high-end jewellery and an improving performance in watches. Growth was broad-based across regions, with double-digit gains in the Americas, Japan, and the Middle East and Africa. Richemont, meanwhile, says it continues to invest in Masons despite currency headwinds and rising material costs. The South African Revenue Service, is rolling out the biggest overhaul of its diesel refund system in more than 2 decades. That's after a costly R5 billion settlement with Eskom over refunds that were wrongly denied. SARS will introduce a dedicated digital platform to register qualifying users and sellers, separate diesel refunds from VAT, and tighten oversight to curb fraud and costly errors. The new system will include real-time tracking, automated checks, and simplified logbooks, particularly for farmers and small businesses. SARS says the reforms aim to modernize the value chain, improve compliance, and restore confidence in one of government's key support mechanisms for primary industries. Motorists could see further relief at the fuel pumps next month. Early indicators suggest petrol prices could drop by around 85 to 90 cents a litre, while diesel is on track to fall by about R1. The expected decline is being driven by a stronger rand and lower global oil prices. Brent crude has been trading at around $66 a barrel, while the rand has held firm against the US dollar. The final price adjustments will be confirmed at the end of the month. In international developments, a U.S. bankruptcy judge has granted initial approval of Saks Global's bankruptcy financing, allowing the company to draw a $400 million in new cash, despite an objection from Saks' estranged business partner, Amazon.com. Here's more detail.
Bankruptcy judge granted initial approval of Saks Global's bankruptcy financing. It will allow the company to draw on $400 million in new cash, despite an objection from Saks' estranged business partner, Amazon.com. Saks' chief restructuring officer, Mark Weinstein, said during the hearing the company would be dead in the water without the new money, and plans to use it to pay vendors and the company's 17,000 employees. The luxury retail company filed for bankruptcy on Tuesday with $3.4 billion of debt. That's after its merger with Neiman Marcus caused cash shortfalls that prevented Saks from reliably replenishing inventory at its stores. Saks Global's attorneys said stores remain open for business and that the firm has no concern about weakening customer demand. Before approving the bankruptcy loan, the judge overruled an objection by online retail giant Amazon. It had argued its $475 million equity investment in Saks would become worthless if the bankruptcy proceeds with the current financing arrangement. Amazon's attorney said at the hearing that it has little to no confidence Saks can successfully emerge from bankruptcy. Long loved by the rich and famous, Saks never fully recovered from the COVID pandemic as competition from online outlets rose.